Peace, YouTube. It's been a little while since I've created a video, but I really wanted to follow up on the video about polymyositis and healing from autoimmune disorders in general. In today's video, I would really like to focus on the nutrition side of how I managed to heal from the autoimmune disorder that I was diagnosed with. I had polymyositis a few years ago, and it was a journey. It was quite a challenging journey because it really forced me to look deeper into how I deal with challenges in life in general, how I deal with stress, what I do about anxiety, how suppression and avoidance will only result in something manifesting later on, how eating some canned fruits and canned vegetables and some salad every now and then is really not enough to cleanse the system from all of the toxic substances that we put in our body, whether through the air we breathe, the food we eat, just the lifestyle we live in general in big cities and crowded and polluted places. So I wanted to focus on nutrition because I know that for a lot of us, when we hear that we have been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, it can be a little bit overwhelming at first, and we're given all these different medications, and it just can be very, very overwhelming at first. I know that for me, taking care of the diet part of my healing journey was gave me a lot of calmness and also confidence, because I started to see the healing results much faster, and I started to see the correlation between eating healthy foods and foods that can help bring down the inflammation, and how I was really going toward becoming less and less dependent on medications, and up to a point where I was no longer taking any medications, no prednisone, nothing that suppressed my immune system. On the contrary, I wanted to strengthen my immune system. I think one of the things that are very unclear to a lot of people dealing with autoimmune disorders is that they've been told that that their immune system is just crazy, and it went completely, it's whack. It's acting very erratic. It doesn't know what to do. It's attacking its own healthy cells. I truly believe that the body is not the enemy. The body is our healing, nurturing. It's the host of our spirit, and it's doing whatever it can with whatever we provide it with to heal us. So I think oftentimes the way modern medicine treats autoimmune disorders is that the immune system is this crazy, wild animal that needs to be tamed and suppressed and put down with all these medications that bring down the immune system and make you susceptible to a lot of other infections. When I was taking prednisone and other immunosuppressant medications, I started getting a lot of different infections around my mouth. If I had any cut or if I had any bleeding, it would get infected. It took a long time for the smallest wound to heal, and I realized that to bring down and suppress the immune system is not the way. We want to teach our body how to have a healthy defense mechanism, not to completely wipe our defense mechanism and destroy it, because we need it. We need that. So today I brought some things that I think would be really helpful. I have gotten a lot of questions and emails and different people inquiring about the first video, so I really wanted to elaborate a little bit more and talk about some of the steps that I have taken to help me when I was diagnosed with an autoimmune. And those steps have actually been proven helpful to a family member of mine who was also diagnosed with a different autoimmune disorder, multiple sclerosis, and that person was able to heal and is no longer taking medications for autoimmune. So this person also modified their diet and their lifestyle, and it's still the healing journey is ongoing. it's non-stop, but I thought I could share some ideas with all of you to help you. So I would say, first, look up, do the research, go to different, read different books, and look up different sources on anti-inflammatory foods in general. I remember one of the books I got when I was diagnosed with polymyositis was a book, I think it was titled The Inflammation Syndrome or The Inflammation Diet, and it talks about a lot of the different foods that can help with bringing down the inflammation and helping the body sustain a healthy defense mechanism. So one of the things that I'm a strong advocate of is this bright yellow, beautiful spice, and it's called turmeric. Turmeric is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful spice. It's used a lot in Indian cooking, Middle Eastern cooking. Not only does it make like soups and stews and rice, particularly if you're cooking white rice. I don't recommend cooking white rice anyway, but it gives it this nice, beautiful color. But it also has natural anti-inflammatory properties. So I highly recommend using turmeric. You can add it to soups and stews. You can just sprinkle it. It has a pretty neutral taste. It doesn't alter the taste of the food. So you can use turmeric without changing the taste of your food. But if you don't, for some reason you don't like it or you don't know how to incorporate it into different recipes, you can put it in a capsule and take it like a supplement. Here I have these vegetarian capsules. You can get something similar and put some turmeric powder and take it as a supplement. I know for me personally, even to this date, I refuse to take supplements in the form of a pill. I like to take foods from their natural source and not rely on supplements. I think it has to do with the fact that I took so many pills when I had polymyositis, so I really don't like even taking natural supplements. If I know that there's a supplement, it contains a certain nutrient, I just go to the source, to the main source. So this is something you can incorporate pretty easily. Another beautiful fruit that you can add to your diet, avocados. Avocados have healthy fats and also anti-inflammatory properties. I would recommend at least eating half an avocado or a little bit every day in your salad. Just adds a little bit. It's a beautiful fruit and it has a lot of healing properties. Another thing I would recommend is just colorful fruits, colorful vegetables in general have a lot of healing properties, and they can help cleanse your system. Oftentimes an autoimmune disorder is triggered by, in my opinion, by a toxic overload, and your body is introduced to a lot of different foreign toxic substances and it doesn't know what to do, so it reacts in this, it really just wants to protect you, but it's reacting in this very hyper way, and we don't want to kill that. We don't want to completely annihilate that. We want to just let it restore its own natural rhythm, because it's capable. It can remember. Your cells have memory and they can remember. They can remember a time when they functioned properly and they were healing your body and they were helping it and they weren't attacking your healthy cells. So this is what we want to do. I recommend green and red peppers, orange peppers, any colorful vegetables. Try to get organic and incorporate them into your food. Cayenne pepper is also very good. It helps flush the body of the toxins. If you can get cayenne pepper, if fresh or in the form of dried pepper, and use it in to spice up the food, or you can also use it as a supplement. Here I also have some grapefruit. I definitely recommend continuing to eat healthy foods, even if you choose to take medications that will lower your immune system. Your immune system has so many different aspects and so many different sides to it. So you still want to get a healthy dose of vitamin C. You want to maintain, remember, you don't want to suppress your immune system. You don't want to kill your immune system. You want to have a healthy immune system. So citrus fruits and vegetables containing lots of vitamins, it's very, very important. Right here I also have some mung beans. Those are split mung beans, but you can get also regular mung beans and soak them. Mung beans are really healing and have an alkalizing effect on the body, and they are less starchy than regular beans, yet full with nutrients. Your body during your healing journey needs a lot of nutrients, so I highly recommend having mung beans. They're so easy to cook. You can soak them for a little bit, make them into nice stews and soups. I make mung bean pancakes by putting them in a processor. You can use like a gluten-free flour and scallions and different seasons and make a batter and make it into a pancake. I'll post a recipe later on how to make that, but it's a very healing food, very nutritious as well. Also, I recommend that you drink plenty of water, and if I'm a big fan of just drinking water, but if you want to boost the nutritional value of your water, I do recommend using I don't know if you can see here, but liquid chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is extremely important. It helps build your red blood cells. It's an internal deodorant. It cleanses your system, flushes out toxins. Remember, we want to continue to heal and nurture our body and flush out the toxins. For me, I started to notice the difference and get off the medications when I had polymyositis, when I started to cleanse my body more. I was drinking water with lemon, water with chlorophyll, sometimes even putting cayenne pepper, a dash of cayenne pepper to flush out the toxins from the body. So I highly recommend getting some chlorophyll. Although if you eat plenty of greens, you will get chlorophyll from its natural source, but this can give you an extra nutritional boost. Also, another source can be wheatgrass powder. Here I have some wheatgrass powder, and you can use it in the same way. Put it in a smoothie, in juice, or use it as a supplement. It's very, very nutritious. Let's see what we got here as well. Some seaweed sheets, and here I have some dried seaweed. Very, very nutritious, and I highly recommend using seaweed. It's filled with a lot of minerals. When I was diagnosed with polymyositis, that's when I started moving towards a plant-based vegetarian diet, but I was still eating fish, and I thought, like, I could, even though I did not like fish, I thought, okay, I needed to have some form of meat, I needed different nutrients, and then I thought about the fact that why don't I eat whatever the fish eats? And seaweed is filled with lots of nutrients, and of course you want to try and get organic and make sure that it's from a good source, because you know, you don't want like something that's also polluted or filled with toxins. So just see where it's coming from, and do some research, look up different recipes, see how you can incorporate the different foods, be creative. Seaweed is really good, dried seaweed, because you can soak it in a little bit of water. It's easy to take with you if you're traveling or if you're working. You just soak it in some water, cut up some avocados and peppers and cucumbers and tomatoes, and you can have a beautiful salad, very nutritious. Like this dried seaweed that I have here, one serving, which is 10 grams, has 10% of your daily requirement of calcium and 40% of your daily requirement of iron. So seaweed can be extremely, extremely nutritious. I know I was also very attracted to the seaweed because when I was taking a lot of different medications, my hair started to fall off and it was getting thin. So I looked up seaweed, and I saw that consuming seaweed that's high in iron and minerals can really help restore the shine and help restore your hair if you're suffering from hair loss or hair thinning, which can happen sometimes with the immunosuppressant medications and the prednisone and all of that. So seaweed, very nutritious, very important. So today I just wanted to talk about a few food items and really emphasize the importance of eating healthy foods. At the same time, um, I really urge you to evaluate all the different aspects of your lifestyle. See how you're dealing with stress, how are you dealing with anxiety, how are you dealing with anger, how are you dealing with unresolved issues in your life, in your relationships, in your work, in your past. How how much are you really present in the moment, and how much time do you spend ruminating over the past or worrying so much about the future? I think we often put our bodies in this hyper alert, defensive state just by our way of thinking. And of course, our way of thinking combined with our way of eating, how we feed all of our senses, can really, really create this very toxic environment for the body. And the immune system is just trying to do what it knows what to do, which is to protect you and help you. So look at the aspects of your life where you may not have felt protected or felt violated, because it can be that your immune system is responding to something. It's really trying to protect you, but it may have gotten into this habitual way of just defending, and that's all it knows. So it's constantly on the defense. So what we want to do is regulate. We don't want to kill the immune system. We don't want to annihilate the immune system. We just want to regulate the immune system. Make sure that it's working, that it's functioning properly, and that it aids us towards our healing. So those are just a few more points. If you have any particular questions or concerns regarding an autoimmune disorder, particularly polymyositis or any other autoimmune challenge for that matter, please feel free to let me know so I can address those points. I am speaking primarily from my own journey and how I managed to get off medications completely, and I know what it feels like. I know how stressful it can be to wake up with the thought of, I have this challenge, this disease that I've got to live with for the rest of my life. I just want to send everyone some healing energy and let you know that you don't have to. That one of the first steps towards your healing is to recognize that permanence is an illusion in that sense. It is not here to stay. It is not here for the rest of your life, and it can be just something that's going to pass. It will pass, and it will bring the lessons it needs to bring, and it will help you, and you may even look back on those days and realize how much you've learned and you've grown, and how much it has strengthened you, and it has helped you, and it has shown you something that you may have overlooked if you continue to live the way you were living before. So I urge you to look at the beautiful lesson and the messages that this health challenge may bring to you, and I send you much healing and love, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Peace.